Hello everyone! Today I've got something special for you. I've prepared 5 incredible egg sandwich recipes. So grab your aprons, get your eggs ready and let's get started. Let's dive into creating a unique breakfast treat that brings together vibrant flavors and textures, all baked on one simple sheet pan. First, crack 7 eggs into a well-greased sheet pan to prevent sticking. Generously season the eggs with salt and pepper. Sprinkle over some tomato flakes for a burst of rich flavor. Next, scatter chunks of mozzarella and dollops of cream cheese across the eggs, adding creamy goodness. Now, whisk everything directly in the pan with a fork, blending the ingredients together. Next, lay out slices of salami in a single layer across the entire surface of the egg mixture, infusing the dish with its savory, salty notes. And now, the main ingredient. Cover the salami slices with toast bread, arrange in 2 rows to cover the entire pan. Prepare a spread for the bread by mixing melted butter with oregano and dried garlic. Generously brush this flavorful mixture over the bread. All that's left to do is bake it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes. Once the eggs and bread are baked to perfection, simply cut the set egg layer and fold the bread to form your sandwich. This stunning creation is an excellent choice for a hearty breakfast. Next up in our series is a delightful twist on a classic, a croissant sandwich topped with a flavorful egg mixture. This dish is ideal for a hearty breakfast or a satisfying lunch. Let's dive into the preparation. Start by filling a pot with water. Carefully add 10 eggs into the water and then turn on the heat. We are aiming for hard-boiled eggs, which will later cool down in ice water. This step makes the eggs easier to peel and halts the cooking process. Once the eggs are peeled, we'll use a meat grinder to transform them into a fine consistency. The next step is preparing an avocado, scooping out its flesh and grinding it as well. This combination brings a creamy texture and a rich taste to our filling. Now let's enhance the flavors. Add 2 tablespoons of sour cream, some Dijon mustard and finely chopped green onions into the mixture. Here's our bright and tangy star, the lemon. Just 1 punch of the knife and we have it perfectly halved. Next, we'll squeeze in the juice of half a lemon, bring in that fresh zing, and then a dash of salt to enhance the flavors. Ready for a little heat, let's bring in the sriracha sauce, adding just enough for that extra kick. Stir everything until it becomes a smooth, homogeneous blend, and our delicious egg filling is ready to go. For the croissant, heat a pan and melt a good slice of butter. For easier topping and eating, flattening the croissant is key. To do this, use a kitchen board. Then toast it in the buttery pan until golden on both sides. To ensure even toasting and apply consistent pressure, place a pan filled with water on top of the croissant while toasting the first side. To assemble, generously spread the egg mixture on the toasted croissant. For an elegant touch, we'll add micro eggs. Slice a frozen egg, fry the slices on a pan and place them atop the sandwich. And there you have it, a gourmet croissant sandwich that's not only a feast for the eyes, but also for the palate. Enjoy! Next up is the hot dragon egg, a dish that transforms the simple egg into a spicy, crunchy masterpiece, ideal for those who loves a touch of heat in their meals. Start by gently boiling 4 eggs. To avoid any cracks, place them in warm water and let them simmer for 5 to 6 minutes, achieving that perfectly soft-boiled texture. Once done, transfer the eggs into ice water, halting the cooking process and making peeling a breeze. Next up, let's whip up a spicy butter that will give our eggs their signature kick. Crack an additional egg into a bowl, pour in some sriracha sauce to taste, and whisk them together. This spicy mixture will be the fiery heart of our dragon eggs. Prepare 2 more bowls, one with wheat flour and the other with breadcrumbs, setting the stage for our breading station. The breading process is where the magic happens. Roll each egg in flour, dip it into the spicy egg mixture, and then coat it in breadcrumbs. For an extra crispy shell, repeat the egg and breadcrumb dip one more time. This double layer will ensure our dragon eggs have a satisfying crunch. Heat your oil and carefully fry the eggs until they are golden brown and inviting. The moment of truth comes when you slice into one, revealing a soft, flowing yolk against the crisp exterior, a contrast that's as pleasing to the eye as it is to the palate. Now let me show you a simple life hack for making a poached egg in the microwave. All you need is a jar with a bit of water. Crack an egg into the jar, pop it in the microwave for 1 minute, and that's it. In just 60 seconds, you've got a perfectly poached egg. Cut into it and watch that yolk flow. Pure perfection. Now I'm going to show you an Asian recipe that you must try at least once in your life. First, we need 3 eggs. Break the eggs into a bowl, add a pinch of salt and then measure out 2 parts of chicken broth to 1 part of eggs. It's crucial to maintain the right proportions, so it's best to weigh the eggs first. Whisk the mixture until smooth. Next, prepare a steam bath. In a skillet, pour about 2 cm of water. To support our dish, we'll create a ring from aluminum foil. Place a plate on top of the foil ring and pour the egg mixture through a sieve into the plate. Cover the plate with a lid, then cover the skillet with another lid. Cook on low heat for 8 minutes, after that turn off the heat and let it sit for an additional 5 minutes. Once the time is up, transfer the plate to the table. Look at the jiggle. The eggs are perfectly steamed and firm. Drizzle a bit of sesame oil and a little soy sauce on top. This incredibly tender omelette will surely surprise you. Enjoy this delightful and delicate steamed egg dish. Here's a delightful twist on a breakfast classic that's sure to impress. Begin by boiling 3 eggs for 5 minutes until they are soft-boiled. Then, place the eggs in ice water to cool quickly. If you have a sieve bowl like mine, this process can be a bit easier. Once cooled, peel the eggs into a mixing bowl and mash them with a fork until the yolks are creamy. To these mashed eggs, add a touch of mustard and mayonnaise for richness. Sprinkle in some chili pepper flakes for a bit of heat and season with salt. Mix everything together with a fork until well combined. Next, place a skillet on the stove and lay out slices of bacon side by side. Turn on the heat. Press the bacon with a pot filled with water to keep it flat and cook until crispy on both sides. Once done, you'll have a perfectly crispy piece of bacon composed of several slices. Now take a homemade Muffin bun and carefully split it horizontally to create a top and bottom. Similar to a burger bun. Assemble the sandwich by placing the crispy bacon on the bottom bun. Then generously top it with the creamy egg mixture. Now cover it with the top bun, and your sandwich is ready. Enjoy! Next up, we are keeping it simple but delicious. Let's crack 3 eggs into a bowl. Sprinkle in some salt and black pepper to season. Now give it a whisk until everything is well combined. Alright, let's start by placing your pan on the stove, but keep it cold for now. Add a tablespoon of cream cheese to the pan and use your spatula to spread it out evenly. Next, pour in those whisked eggs. Now we are not done yet. Grate some cheddar cheese over the top. I can already imagine the cheesy goodness. Now work the spatula and make a deliciously fluffy scramble out of this mixture. Let it cook for about 5 minutes. While that's cooking, grab another pan and melt about 30 grams of butter. We're going to toast up a slice of bread until golden and crispy on both sides. Next up, grab a head of fermented black garlic and cut it in half horizontally. Now take one of those halves and squeeze it directly onto your warm toast. Spread it around with a knife and trust me, this is where the real magic begins. Now here comes the fun part. Spoon that creamy, cheesy scrambled egg onto the garlic toast and finish it off with a sprinkle of fresh green onions. And just like that, our scrambled egg toast is ready. Perfect flavors, perfect textures. Enjoy! Now the best way to peel a hard-boiled egg. you'll need a shaker. Fill it 1/3 with water, drop in the egg and shake. Check out the result. Now you have an easy-to-peel egg. And with those boiled eggs, you can make a fantastic sauce for potatoes. Just put them in a jar, add 1 teaspoon of salt, 80 milliliters of water, 1 teaspoon of vinegar, and 50 milliliters of olive oil. Blend it all together until it turns into a smooth, mayo-like sauce. And there you have it. It's the perfect creamy addition to your potatoes. The next recipe is the mozzarella egg sandwich, a savory treat that's sure to satisfy your cravings. To begin, heat a skillet large enough to fit 2 slices of bread side by side. Lay out slices of sausage on the skillet slightly overlapping, then cover them with slices of cheddar cheese. While the sausage and cheese sizzle, mix the eggs with your favorite spices. I'll be adding dried dill and salt. Pour this mixture around the sausage and cheese strip in the skillet. Place 2 slices of bread on top, ensuring they can later be folded into a sandwich with the egg mixture, and flip the entire dish to toast the bread. Now let's prepare the filling. Slice tomatoes and mozzarella, then layer them over the sausage, which is now on top. And now the spinach. Gently layer those vibrant leaves, then fold the egg edges inward to encase the filling, setting the stage for our sandwich assembly. For an even richer golden crisp, we can add a bit more butter to the skillet and give the sandwich another sear on both sides. Oh yeah, that golden crispness, that's exactly the effect we are aiming for. The result is a sandwich that's not only incredibly flavorful and juicy, but also a true culinary delight sure to please your palate. Now that we're warmed up, let's kick it up a notch. Get ready, because we are using 25 eggs for this one. First, grab a baking tray and coat it with butter. Make sure every corner is covered. Now crack all those eggs right into the tray. It's a lot, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Next, cube up some more butter and scatter it among the eggs. Add a sprinkle of salt, pepper and dried dill for that extra flavor kick. Now for the fun part. Sprinkle some grated cheddar cheese over the top, then drizzle everything with a thin stream of mayonnaise. Pop it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Once it's baked and looking delicious, cut it into squares. Now time to build the sandwich. Grab a piece of toasted bread, add a square of that eggy goodness, top it with avocado, drizzle a little ketchup and close it up with another slice of toast. And there you have it, a super tasty egg sandwich for a big party. Are you ready for a breakfast that's both simple and sensational? we are about to unveil a delightful dish that will transform a humble slice of bread and a single egg into something truly extraordinary. Crack an egg into a sieve and use a potato masher to push it through, refining its texture. Next, add some culinary flair. Grate Parmesan cheese directly into the egg. To boost the flavor, incorporate dried garlic and dried onion. Season with salt and mix everything thoroughly with a fork until well combined. Now, take a slice of bread and place it on a cutting board. Press down on the entire surface, expect the crust to create a well. Then, pour your seasoned egg mixture over the bread, filling the indentation. Sprinkle a generous amount of mozzarella cheese on top to create a cheesy, melty layer. Next, carefully transfer the prepared bread directly into the air fryer and cook for 5 minutes. As it cooks, the anticipation builds. Once done, garnish with chopped green onions and crispy bacon bits for added texture and flavor. Now you can enjoy every bite of this cheesy, flavorful creation that's quick and easy to make, yet impressively delicious. Now let's move on to our next egg creation. For this one, we are bringing out the blender. Crack 6 eggs into it. Then add about half a cup of cottage cheese. The 5% fat variety works well here. Next, grate some cheddar cheese. We are looking at around half a cup. Blend everything together until you've got a smooth, uniform mixture. Now here's where we get creative. Pour this mixture into a pancake mold or small ramekins. To add an extra punch of flavor, we are going to incorporate some dry cured sausages. I'm using Hunter's sausage, but feel free to use any type you like. Even crispy bacon would work wonderfully here. Chop it up and sprinkle it into each mold. Pop these into a preheated oven at 150 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes, and soon you'll have these tender, light little egg bites. The combination of cottage cheese, eggs and savory sausages creates a beautifully balanced texture and flavor. Next recipe is a delicious spicy egg salad on toast, and I'll show you some handy life hacks along the way. First, place 2 eggs into a pot. Set a pot on the stovetop, fill it with cold water and then turn on the heat to bring it to a boil. Once the water starts boiling, let the eggs cook for 11 minutes and prepare an ice bath to cool them down quickly. Here's a handy tip. Use a whisk to remove the boiled eggs from the hot water easily. This makes peeling a breeze. Crack the shells, peel the eggs and place them in a bowl. Next, we are going to cook the bacon. Here's a great life hack. Cook the bacon in the microwave. Lay out paper towels on a plate. Place the bacon strips on the towels and cover them with another paper towel. Microwave for 2 minutes. You'll get perfectly crispy bacon every time. Once cooked, chop the bacon into small pieces and add them to the bowl with the eggs. Now, finely chop a red onion and add it to the bowl. Add a generous spoonful of mayonnaise, a splash of sriracha sauce and a pinch of salt. Mix everything together using a potato masher to break down the eggs and combine all the ingredients. The result is a creamy, spicy egg salad that smells amazing. For the toast, place a pan on the stove and add a bit of butter. Toast a slice of bread on both sides until golden brown. Meanwhile, cut an avocado in half and remove the pit. Take half of an avocado and press it through the outer side of a sieve to make a smooth avocado puree. This will be the first layer on our toast. Then, top it with a generous helping of the spicy egg salad. The combination of creamy avocado and flavorful egg salad is simply irresistible. Enjoy this spicy egg salad on toast and don't forget to try these life hacks for a smoother cooking experience. The next recipe is a unique twist on an Italian classic, Frico eggs, but with hard-boiled eggs instead. First, hard-boil some eggs. To ensure easy peeling, immerse them in cold water, then slice them in half. Heat a non-stick skillet over medium heat. Oils and butters aren't necessary, as we'll be using grated parmesan as the base, which will melt and serve the purpose. Sprinkle the grated parmesan evenly in the skillet, creating a circle slightly larger than the hard-boiled egg. Once the cheese becomes lightly melted, place the hard-boiled egg in the center of the cheese circle. Cover with a lid and cook for approximately 3 to 4 minutes. The result? A delectable treat with a crunchy, cheesy exterior and a hearty, hard-boiled center. For the next recipe, we are creating a sumptuous fried toast with an egg-based jam, similar to hollandaise. This dish is a fusion of simplicity and elegance, perfect for a lavish breakfast or a refined brunch. To start, crack the eggs one by one into the bowl, focusing on 3 eggs for this recipe. Next, separate the yolks from the whites and place them in a prepared pot. Now gently heat the yolks on the stove. Using a whisk, mix the yolks, crafting our jam. As you whisk, notice the consistency of the yolks transforming into a creamy blend. Add about 50 grams of butter, continuing to whisk as the butter melts and integrates with the yolks over low heat. This is the moment where the jam starts taking shape. Enhance the jam with a pinch of salt, some ground black pepper and lemon zest. Keep whisking on low heat until everything is well combined and the jam reaches a luscious consistency. For the toast, heat a pan and add some oil. Place the bread in the pan, toasting it until it's golden brown on both sides. Once toasted, rub the toast with a garlic clove for an aromatic touch. Finally, spoon the prepared egg jam over the toast, spreading it evenly. Garnish with finely chopped green onions for a pop of color and freshness. And there it is! Your fried toast with a rich, creamy egg jam is ready to savor. Now let's make something fun and a little different. Grab a muffin tin and flip it upside down, so the cups are facing down. Take a slice of toast bread and press it between the muffin cups, pushing the corners up to create a little pocket. Now into that pocket place a slice of bacon. Next, crack an egg right over the bacon, one for each slice of bread. Sprinkle with salt, pepper and a bit of chopped green onion for a fresh touch. Bake it all in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Once it's out, drizzle with a bit of balsamic vinegar and boom, your toast is ready. Enjoy! The next recipe is Tamagoyaki, a Japanese rolled omelette that's as tasty as it is beautiful. Start by cracking 4 eggs directly into a sieve set over a bowl. Then, take a potato masher and gently press the eggs through. This clever technique guarantees a perfectly smooth omelette mixture. To our egg mixture, we'll add a tablespoon of mirin, a sweet rice wine that brings a subtle depth and a hint of sweetness, enhancing the delicate flavors of our omelette. A touch of sugar, less than a teaspoon, is our next secret ingredient. It balances the flavors, adding just the right amount of sweetness. A pinch of salt, and it's time to whisk everything together until it's just combined. Thanks to our sieve, the mixture is incredibly smooth, with no strands or clumps clinging to the whisk. While Tamagoyaki is traditionally made in a rectangular pan, don't fret if you only have a round one. It works just as well, and that's what we'll be using today. Warm up the pan and lightly brush it with vegetable oil to create a non-stick surface. Pour in a thin layer of the egg mixture and wait for it to set slightly. Then, lay a sheet of nori on top and gently roll it into a log. Push this to the side to make room for the next layer. Repeat the process. Pour, set, nori and roll until your Tamagoyaki is beautifully layered. Transfer your creation to a cutting board, slicing it into bite-sized pieces around 2 cm thick, or however you prefer. Serve with soy sauce for dipping and sprinkle with sesame seeds for a nutty finish. And there you have it, a delectable Tamagoyaki, ready to impress with its layers of flavor and texture. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this video, please share it on your socials.